Hello everyone, this is Charles from Organic Remedies here in Grow DeSoto Marketplace. I hope you've been well. I hope your spirit is peaceful. Today I want to talk to you about the mucosal lining. It's a epithelial lining or group of cells that lines from the head to the reproductive organs. What it does is this. Behind your eyes, within your ears, your respiratory tract, your digestive tract, urinary system, as well as your reproductive organs are all lined with this barrier. And it protects you from outside irritants, outside infections, a host of things. It works with the immune system in a sense because it stops all of this before it can get to true insides, and then your immune system comes and does its thing. So there's a few herbs that I use, and I use them for different area parts of the body. Give you a case in point. This is marshmallow root. I tend to like to use marshmallow root when I'm dealing with digestive issues. People have acid reflux or a lot of bloating and things like that. I want to use marshmallow root. It's pretty effective at that. On the other side, whenever I've got somebody that's got an issue with a leaky gut, be it Crohn's disease or whatever, I like to use slippery elm. This one's a little more expensive in terms of selling, but it's really good. So I tend to use this for leaky gut issues. Now, a lot of you are familiar with having, you get a cold, that mucus that comes up. We want that, believe it or not. We want to excrete that. And for those of you who find yourself sometimes swallowing your mucus, don't trip. That's all right, you'll excrete it. But for that particular respiratory system, I like L-campaign. And the reason I like L-campaign is usually, not always, but usually, you got a lot of stuck mucus up in there. It's just stuck, it's not expirating, it's not coming up, and we need to move it. This is a nice one in that it just heats it up, breaks it up, and then you're able to expectorate it a lot easier. So I like to use that for respiratory issues. And the three of them actually are just specific to me for those issues. Now, you got a lot, anytime you're dealing with mucilage, you're going to have, you may have noticed it in mullein. A lot of you use mullein. That's got a little mucilage in it as well, so it's a little soothing to those membranes as well. But these are specific for me. As an aside, anybody you know who may have been on cancer therapy, where they had radiation or how they do with that cancer, it's imperative that they get that mucus lining straight again because it dries it all out. And if it's dried out, it's of no use to you. So anybody that you know of that's coming from that cancer therapy, by all means, make sure that they get their mucilage system back together. So having said that, I want to say this. You have to be very careful because a lot of infections are out here today. A lot is going on, so I recommend that you pay attention to your mucus lining. And you'll know if it's bad. You'll be dry, or just pure dry. So I hope this has been helpful to you. And for those of you who want to see a little bit more or learn a little bit more, hit the link above. So with that, I say peace and be well.